Who in the hell does he think he is? Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump, 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 Donald 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 Trump.
Biden. I'm not going to use the name anymore, just one time.
Who does he think he is?
Media prank, and it may just be the worst one yet. Knuckleheads sneak up on shoppers and put a bucket over their head. Then the pranksters run off, leaving their victim to wonder what the heck just happened and who did it.
Did you hit me with a bucket?
No. Really? Watch. He pranks him again. This dude also pounces with the bucket head challenge and quickly runs off. Then he has the audacity to return after taking off his sweatshirt. What does he do? He does it again. In some cases, the prankster tries to throw off their victim by also putting a bucket on their own head.
Seriously?
What?
Why you just put a bucket on my head?
Someone just put a bucket on my head.
Did they?
Yeah.
But when the bucket prank happened at this Target in Orange County, California, the result had serious consequences. A mom who was shopping in the baby aisle said when the bucket was put over her head, she was so frightened she collapsed, and the incident triggered a serious heart condition. Lana Clay Monahan says she was terrified.
I immediately freaked out and started screaming, help, get it off of me.
The mom of 8-month-old twins says she went into shock.
I was disturbed to see a group of individuals laughing and filming me.
Engine 37, a seizure at Target.
She fainted, hit her head, and was rushed to the ER. Police obtained surveillance footage.
They do go into a baby section aisle. It does go off camera, but we are able to see all 4 individuals go into that aisle with the bucket. Several seconds later, they came running out of that aisle with no...
Hey, what's up, you guys? I hope you are having a great Wednesday morning. This is WD3, and this is your Hill Report news break. That's right, the Obamas were throwing underhanded barbs at Joe Biden's carcass yesterday. They were throwing elbows, but you have to be politically astute in order to get it. Michelle was talking about how she sees a new day coming from the dimness. Well, they've been in power the last 4 years. It's been none other than former President Joe Biden, former Vice President. Also, we're going to get into some really, really interesting stuff. Great show for you today. Check out the clips.
Something wonderfully magical is in the air, isn't it? Yeah. You know, we're feeling it here in this arena, but it's spreading all across this country we love. A familiar feeling that's been buried too deep for far too long. It's the contagious power of hope, the energy, the exhilaration of once again being on the cusp of a brighter day. The chance to vanquish the demons of fear, division, and hate that have consumed us and continue pursuing the unfinished promise of this great nation, the dream that our parents and grandparents fought and died and sacrificed for. America, hope is making a comeback.
I don't know about you, but I'm feeling fired up. I am feeling ready to go.
This is our time to stand up for what we know in our hearts is right.
We need to chart a new way forward to meet the challenges of today. And Kamala understands this.
Not just for our basic freedoms, but for decency and humanity. Only Kamala Harris truly understands the unseen labor and unwavering commitment that has always made America great.
Who will fight for the hopeful, forward-looking America we all believe in, and together, I am feeling hopeful.
Does anyone else find it strange that 6'6" Michael Jordan won his 6th championship in the 6th month, in the 6th game, with 6.6 seconds remaining in the game? Now, Michael Jordan is my favorite athlete of all time, but I now know what athletes have to do to get to this position, and I'm going to show you. You see, if you want to get to the elite of the elite levels of Hollywood and athletics, you got to become part of their club. And Michael just happens to be a former member of a fraternity that turns out a lot of Masons. And while Michael isn't as open about it, Shaq sure is. Shaq has no shame about the fact that he is a 33-degree Freemason. And if he made it that high, well, then I don't think there's any doubt that he made it that high. Because there's no doubt that Michael is part of that fraternity. And that fraternity is just an easy stepping stone to the Masons. But I don't just think it's about becoming part of their club. I think there's a spiritual component to this. Because while Michael Air Jordan is just a clever nickname for someone who can jump high, I think there's more to that name than we know, because Lucifer just happened to be the prince of the power of the air. Because we see people like LeBron literally look like they're trying to summon spirits to them. And I think Michael was no different. I think he was just more discreet about it. And not only do they summon spirits to them, but I think they intentionally mock the ultimate spirit.
I didn't know he was going to be there, but I seen him walking towards me, and it was kind of like he was walking on air. I had to pitch myself as, is that Michael? Who? And it's like he was like Black Jesus to me. Like.
And while oftentimes Michael referred to himself as Black Jesus, all the other players did too. Larry Bird was even quoted as saying that wasn't Michael Jordan, that was God in disguise as Michael Jordan.
That wasn't Michael Jordan out there, it was God disguised as
In the game, in the second half, he ended up with 44, and I ended up with 12. So he outscored me 40-2. And as he's walking off, he's like, be sure and be careful, you never talk to Black Jesus like that.
But I don't think he's summoning Jesus. Oh no. I think he's summoning someone else. And I think that might just be why the number 6 follows him everywhere. But you can't just summon these entities without making some sort of sacrifice.
My mama was sacrificed.
Me too.
You understand?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Michael Jordan, what about him? His dad, right?
Now, you may not fully understand that you're living in a spiritual world and there's spiritual warfare and summoning going on all around us. I don't know about you, but that doesn't look human to me. And if it has eyes like a snake, and walks like a snake, and sounds like a snake.
The fear factor.
Then maybe all those 6s associated with MJ aren't just a coincidence. And just for a little added bonus, if you didn't know, the Bulls just happened to be established in 1966. And their logo, when turned upside down, depending on how dirty your mind is, can see a few things. But what I see is some sort of pagan reading some sort of ritual book. But maybe that's just me. But as usual, all this was just for entertainment. I'm sure that was just a comfortable way to hold his hand while taking a picture. It was an artistic interpretation of a good picture. Entertainment value only. I know they don't summon spirits, especially not evil ones associated with 666. Entertainment only.
Well, folks, thank you for taking a news break with me. Like, share, subscribe. Tell me what you think about this story. Lots of interesting things going on today. We're going to get some more stories to you, but we want to know what you think about this story. We want to know what your opinion is. Like, share, subscribe. We're trying to grow the show. The next big story could be your post. Thanks for taking a news break with me, WD3. This is your Hill Report News Break. We're out.